Alright, so that little homeless shelter is on the other side of the tracks from the storage. You got Sandy's herbs and spices. That's curious. Bulk fenugreek down that aisle. Gracie May.
Is this your first time here?
Well, yep.
Can you check us out if we can find it?
If they can find it. Alfalfa. That's a little brown. It might be too old now. I can actually buy, I can go to like a farm store and get like the big bulk for the pets and boil that alfalfa. Yeah.
And this old man, he's older than I am.
Yeah. Oh.
He gave me those. He made me a back scratcher with a nice sharp spoon on it, a nice long one. He gave me fly swatter with a leather.
Yeah.
I didn't know he thought that much of me, but anyway, I didn't know where to put them.
Okay.
In there, I've had more.
Well, what are the porcupine eggs? They're not burdock seeds. They're like some
thistle, I would say thistle.
It's some kind of thistle. Yeah. Bought $50 worth of herbs here. Sandy's herbs. They got every different kind of herb that I like. I'll show them later. Alright, I got several of these herbs here. I took the whole bag of fenugreek. Why not? Chisandra, it's been a long time. Wild yam, it's been a long time. That'd be a first for boiling it in a teapot. See how that goes. Pick some dandelion on the way back here. I buried my pot. Chisandra, it's been a long time. Marshmallow. All of these pretty much have been a long time. And I did just pick dandelion. May not need to use it. I did not choose the root. A couple of these. What was this? Echinacea. Oh yeah, it's been a while. I'm not seeing stinging nettle around too much. It's been a long time for this. I only took a little because it's like close to expiring. And then willow. I don't find willow much. I just gotta find a place to store this. I should probably get another bag. Hawthorn. Alright. And then I got my pot of grass about half full. So I can put some herbs, mix some herbs with fresh grass. I don't see any good reason to pour dry herbs like coffee or whatever directly into the French press. It all can go right into the pot and then pour it through this and filter out whatever is left over. Okay.
Upstairs in the main office, there's
You know, I'm really curious who wrote those signs that are upstairs. You mentioned upstairs, and there's like these little pull-down drapes that look like they're curtains, but there is historical information on them.
Actually, Jennifer, who's upstairs in the office, I believe she's the one that wrote that.
You know, how is she older?
She's the director.
Is she the director of the library?
No,
Okay.
she's the director of the historical society.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, it's interesting what information she's put on that.
I'm sure she did some research to get
Yeah.
that information. But yeah, this is like all those in there is obituaries
Is this
from back whenever, and then there's like I'm working
Why-
on
why
marriage
do-
records and stuff
marriage?
like that.
Okay.
Yeah, marriage
Why-
records and
Why do you have such a big presence? The Historical Society has such a big presence in this library. You got so much information. Is it? I mean.
well, this building is actually owned by the Historical Society, and the
Yeah, you
library rents.
This was
Yeah,
all.
so-
Was this just the Historical Society?
No, it was built for Historical Society and library both
Oh, both.
to
Okay.
begin with. And then see, we have a new building. Are you familiar with Harrisonville?
No.
Okay, well, about a block
south of here, where the publishing company used to be, there's a building that the Historical Society is going to move to.
I've never seen like a storehouse for marriage records before.
Oh, yeah.
This is kind of new. They have to go somewhere. Every city they got to go somewhere.
Right. And I'm putting them in digitally.
Okay.
So they can be
marriage.
And then there's like deeds and land records and.
Yeah, who owned what property and.
Yeah, abstracts, things like that.
All right. Oh, deeds. Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's the Historical Society's duty is to warehouse. You just warehouse.
Right.
Is what you can.
Right.
Huh. I guess I just never really walked into a Historical Society's warehouse of records.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're
probate stuff here.
But what do other cities? Why haven't I ever been able to just walk into another city's warehouse like this? This is interesting.
Well, because somebody has to be in there. They won't get.
Yeah.
We don't just allow people just.
Okay, there's a sense of security there. I don't need a special clearance, but you need to supervise me.
Yeah.
In case I change a little record with a turn a 3 into an 8 or something.
Well, or do something nefarious like dump over.
Set it on fire.
Yeah. That would be that.
You wouldn't want that. Okay.
No. See, and some of these are the older records. They have plat maps and just
file
anything
book.
To do with.
Yeah, I'm just kind of taking in there. Just old books, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I've never seen any other city like this.
Well, there are other see, this is for the county.
Like
Raymore has a historical society. Pleasant Hill does. Bates County, Butler. So a lot of towns have them, but you don't really know about them all.
Yeah, they're kind of maybe more separate buildings or something, and you just can't walk in like this. That's
see, normally if I hadn't been down here, the door would have closed.
Yeah, your hours might be like you only work here a couple hours a day.
Yeah. And then see back in that other room.
You can't be looking back there.
You can't? Oh.
Unless you're part of the library staff.
Oh.
This is normally closed.
Oh, we could look through the window. I mean.
There's no window there.
Yeah, there's. Oh, is that a mirror? I can't.
Are you part of the library staff?
Oh, no.
Well, then you can't be in this area where we're doing taxes.
I can't be in this area?
While we're doing taxes.
Okay, I didn't see your border.
Well,
Whatever.
You'll talk to the library. We're separate.
Yeah. All right. This area too?
Definitely that area.
Okay.
Those are our tax people. You could be in the library staffs.
Well,
in the books.
You didn't really mark a clear border.
You have to talk to the library. That's AARP rule.
All right. All right, it is spring, but this is incredible. The sizes that these chives grow to. That's over a foot, 2 feet maybe. Grass looks good, but this trail seems a little too popular. There's so many chives. It's crazy. You can get some good vegetables out in this time of year. So on a crooked dock, somebody left their. Oh, it's pretty scary. Left their broken fishing pole that was taped. And some bait. Can't really see anything. Right, so it looks like Dempster oils this once a year. So I'm sitting here wondering why the stinging pain in my shoulder is coming back, and I remember I changed my t-shirt so I don't have the magnets on my shoulders. The stinging pain is coming back. it doesn't really show up too well. A public office is a public trust. Maybe back then, maybe that's what they were striving for on the square of Harrisonville. I sprained my neck overnight. It's not easy to move. And this guy had to park next to me. Alright, so my neck is still stiff. My neighbor moved. It is painful to turn and all that. It really gives me a different perspective on life. Just appreciating being able to move without pain. So this Walmart's making the transition too, changing all the look of the signs and going completely self-checkout. Not a single employee checks you out now in this Walmart. And I buy some catfish and I'm cooking it right now. It's almost done. It's looking pretty good. It's a nice little spot to do some cooking. I also want to toast some bread before I finish up, or toast some bread after. If you walk through the woods enough, you'll find plenty of old campsites, inactive campsites sometimes. So we have here just a bunch of blankets and carpets and tarp, old stuff. Somebody chose to do little camping, have their sardines in this spot. Very deep. This person found a very deep spot next to this tiny pond. Back there, and the pond is right there, and there's more old evidence of this could be like 5 years ago. Old tent, just kind of on the edge of this mowed, and this looks actively mowed. Maybe hayed. Seems more mowed than hayed though. Area. I haven't really put enough chives into my teapot to notice a big difference in taste. So I have no problem adding a bunch of these in my teapot. See, people really don't like working with tents. They just leave them behind. I found tents to be a hassle personally too. Alright, there might be an active person. It's open. This looks abandoned. Actually, this is a much more recent one. Yeah, look at that. They just leave their tents behind all the time. What is going on out here? Nice rope. It's almost a tow strap. Either meth heads. Meth heads might be the ones who camp the most, or they're the ones that leave the most trash behind after camping. Look at this. It says fish driver, and look what's inside. They're all broken. So, oh, even a little a little bag of stuff, or a previous. There might be stuff. Who knows? So he's had his little meth kits in here. He tried to mix up with fishing. He also had power bait. There could be meth in there. Does that look like bait? Have to smell it, I guess. I don't smell anything. I didn't realize how yellow it was. It's like it's paint. Yep. I guess this is maybe a year, at least a year old, if a bird is comfortable enough to build a nest right here. Even with sticks, I'm still popping my back. So I'm able to pop my back more often with the sticks, but I have not resolved the back bending forward and getting stuck. It's still can get bad even walking with sticks, but I can hit them by doing the upper back stretch and then releasing that tension. All right, this grass burns the mouth like it's an onion, like it's an onion green. I'm not too familiar with that. It's new to me, but it definitely grows tall. I think I want to take a chance with it because it reminds me of onions. So the onion family is pretty diverse. I don't believe this is garlic, but I did not look at the root. I really don't have a good way of digging it out, but it's in several spots around. So you got chives around here, which I actually don't see chives in this small section. Chives, and then this very grass-like looking onion, quite unique, very grass-like look, most grass-like looking onion I've seen. And even pulling on the leaf, it feels stretchy like a chive leaf. No matter how much I stuff this when it's dry, when I get it wet and then tamp it down with this spoon, I find I can still create room, but I never really fill it any extra. I'm not sure if there'd be an advantage to that. There could be. Something I'd like to play with in the future. Alright, round 2. I forgot my bag camera again. I really got lucky not locking my car door because I forgot my side bag. I don't know what that is. But I came back here, I was like, I'm gonna record this. And then I realized I forgot my side bag. Oh, my glasses. So somebody's got some things tucked in here. And it's hard to tell if they're really abandoned or not, because it looks like kind of new stuff. Various, one of those water drinker things. Yeah, various homeless stuff that seem to be in pretty good shape. And then you look over here, it looks older. I don't know what to think of it. Right, so I emptied out my teapot. That's the main reason I came back here. But I think I'm gonna assume this is abandoned, and I could use this little cup. I got a glass one too. I want to test the shaver. It's rusty a little bit. I don't believe it's battery power, but it's a USB charge, so it's easily testable. Plug it right into my battery. I want to look through more of this. This looks quite interesting. Actually, get in through the front maybe. I think it's abandoned. This little box, this can cooler, could be useful, actually. Alright, so digging through this person's stuff. I wonder if this bicycle thing broke down. It's not much for an end. Maybe the end broke and he had to leave it behind, and he just really left it behind, never coming back. I have this exact same model for the bicycle back. That would work too. I don't really want to take that because it's extra space that I don't want to take up. He had some survival guide, some army survival guide from 1957, the Dalai Lama's beliefs, sun spray and breath drug like prescription drug stuff. I poured a couple pills out. A collapsible fishing pole, which is interesting. Oh, I don't want that. Headlight, but I don't trust that it works. You got to replace batteries anyway. I filled up the basket with all kinds of junk that he's got. Athlete's foot. There's a tool kit with like a wrench and a bicycle multi-tool thing in this. I'm very interested in this. This is a chalk dispenser thing. I don't know. It's interesting. I could mark things if need be. No mess, but I don't know. I've never really felt the need to mark things. I've never really gotten into fishing. This is a collapsible fishing pole. I don't have any hooks or anything. Yeah. Seems to me that a strong indicator that I'm in like the Osage region is when I start seeing these orange roots. These roots that stain orange. They seem pretty prevalent in the Osage regions. Alright, so it's been about an hour since I drank that the onion tasting leaf, and I'm perfectly fine. Now I'm picking this grass that I've been trusting. I picked the brown stuff over the fall and winter, but now that the green is coming out, I trust it on the edge of a farm field here. This is quite a drainage. So when it gets high, the water has to get pretty high for it to start draining into this concrete cage. I suppose they put extra protection over it because of all the housing. It looks like new development around here. Looks pretty nice. I'm still undecided which is worse for farming, next to residential areas or commercial areas, which tend to cause the most trash for your field. I still have no idea what large worm makes these big holes. That's an inch in diameter, and I've seen that ever since the Gulf Coast, straight south of here. This is the type of plant that the government needs to wage war against. These poisonous hemlock. If you can't consume them, then they should probably be controlled better. Kind of a pretty color, this purple, in the cornfield. I guess this happens every spring. It's a real challenge to go across the rows, but luckily the walking sticks help a lot for doing that. But it's a tripping hazard every 2 feet. The grass is looking especially robust here, most robust spot in this wetland, and near this shed. But there's no roads that lead to it. It just sits right next to a farm field, and a farmer might veer into here every so often, a little bit of a trail. And that looks like some fresh hay. Looks like freshly laid hay. Oh my God! Owl! Oh my God! Oh, he has no way to get out except through this corridor, huh? All right, buddy. You gotta leave. You gotta leave. You can leave. Whoa! All right. A barn owl. Yeah, this area is not used too often. I didn't even see it. This might be another one. But I mean, it looks like freshly laid hay, but I don't know what it would be used for. Maybe like a secondary storage. Because it looks like it's in okay shape still. Alright, I probably got captured on a trail cam, but whatever. I'm only coming through here once. I see they got a deer stand here. So they're facing, and it looked like this little area looked nice. There's several deer tracks in and out. They're likely watching this pretty good. The front of the barn. Maybe they break out the hay to attract the deer a little bit too. Deer come in to munch on that hay. Maybe during the winter. I expected to find some kind of building that has no real roads that lead to it. Alright, I fought with a branch with using my backpack and I won, but I took a lot of damage. It starts off closest to the edge and then the rip moves to the rear towards the zipper. So I got quite a challenge for repairing this. Alright, got a little portion of it done. The top portion. A little ways to go. Looks better though. Holding up. You gotta go through the deep woods crawling to find the good stinging nettle. Here we have some stinging nettle. You can see I gotta be more careful with this bag since I ripped it. I gotta finish this sew job. I brought my needle with me and the top thing. Needle and a thread. So speedy stitcher and a thread. Also brought out the teapot. And I'm gonna grab me some stinging nettle. Man, this tree is almost as bad as a cactus. Whew. Those are some spikes. And also, something's been rubbing on the tree here. Rubbed the bark clean off. Oh, got some cardinals. Alright, I'm just going to record it from a distance here. I don't know what kind of building this could be. If it's on private property or not. But it doesn't look like there's going to be any path to it. Not sure what function it was for. This is supposed to be just all overgrowth woods. So we got this somewhat nice shack with no trail. No clear trail that leads to it. Nothing foot worn, nothing paved. But it certainly has nice concrete. So this concrete looks like it's going to last a long time. Somebody was out here doing a little cooking. You have to venture out and go out of your way to find this, I think. Or just happen upon it like me. I've been wondering if just the regular use of walking sticks could help keep ticks off of me by fooling them into trying to latch onto the stick as it hits vegetation, because I hit a lot. I at least pushed some vegetation out of the way, so that probably should reduce my chances of gathering ticks, collecting ticks. See, also it's got a hollow feel, a hollow sound. That's not something I would detect with my own feet as I walk. It's just, You can kind of tell. Every so often, it was inadvertent that I slammed down on the ground. It was just a little spot that seemed hollow. Yeah, not so hollow here. It's kind of interesting. You gotta have a good sense for that. All right, come down the hill, I guess, to a little creek, and I saw some deer running for their lives. I think I'm getting attacked by mosquitoes right now. So it's a lot of life down here. Right, you dig deep enough in the woods, you can find some old relics. Here's something made of concrete. I just wanted to start recording from a distance. Oh man, looks like a fire pit. Now, what it was made for is unclear. It looks like maybe an outdoor type of fire pit, because indoor would never have this length here. And obviously it would have a chimney. Just a crudely made outdoor fire pit out in the middle of the woods. I have no doubt that the people who made that fire pit explored around this little shelf. This shelf forming, like, interesting where. So, what, didn't glaciers reach this? Didn't the glaciers reach this area? I don't think you'd see a shelf like this in glacier areas. KC. You know, these shelves have a tendency to be garbage dumps. There's a lot of old-timey garbage laying around. These so convenient. I've seen so many of these cliffs, I guess. This is one of the smaller cliffs. Oh, they got a fence. So the fence, all right. So they put up a fence maybe to catch the garbage that they toss. Actually, it's not a whole lot. This got my attention. Not much to it there. So then I guess maybe somebody's living on top of this. All right, I don't know how well this will show up, but there's a bunch of nests from egrets. Can that be seen? You see that one bird? That's like a heron or an egret. And they put like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so eight like half-made nests. All right, correction, they're actually full nests. I see heads poking out like they're sitting on eggs. Springtime. Looks like an old gas can. Old-timey gas can. Yeah, I had no idea that the egrets, when they nest, they'll get all together, a good 10 of them in one tree, and make their nests and protect each other, lay all their eggs together when it's convenient, I suppose. They're all watching me. One tree, 8 or 9, 10 nests, 10 egrets maybe. Alright, I strongly suspect that there is a game camera, a trail camera, because this grass looks unnaturally nice. Last time I seen a trail cam or game cam, it looked like there was purposely nice grass laid out. Look at that. You can see the hunter shack. I'm next to this old shed. They likely put up some kind of outdoor camera. I don't know what this shed was all about. A lot of beer cans. See, that's the type of grass I would pick. And they're watching from over there. The camera might be set up at that shack. Am I too close already? Look at it, it's in like rows. This is a hunter's setup. To both set up for recording and shooting. And was that shed like sitting here and then tossed over here? That's weird. Maybe they didn't want to hit the shed when they're shooting at deer. And the deer really don't have a great option. Somebody tossed a car down there. Deer don't really have a great option overlooking this cliff. And I have to admit, I'm looking for the lake. Looks like I'm a pretty good distance away still. All right, there's also another hunter's stand here. So they'll sit on either side of this pasture. They got it set up. They got this pasture set up. This person's got 3 deer ladders, one down there, here, and I see across the pasture. There's also that full shack too. This person has invested a lot in just sitting out here. All right, this looks more like a human trail. And there's this creek. Oh no. Which is very passable. And a tractor in the middle of the woods. A tractor and another hunter stand. I'm trying to move kind of cautiously because I'm trying to keep on a lookout for trail cams. So they just ran it until it gave up on them and left it. This must have been a plowed area before, maybe. Or maybe they just ran it out here. Or maybe it just broke. Wow, it's hard to say. Front axle is in bad shape. Maybe they're trying to clear trees and then gave up after it broke. Alright, so I think I'm getting kind of close to like a public trail. Just gotta make the right turn. I'm guessing this road because this looks too new. I would like to see what's on top though. I guess they've replaced the sewage, the sewer pipes out here. And as you can see, they ripped up one of those orange trees. I think this is the tree that has the orange root. It's kind of a neat color wood. Ask Big O, how do you compete against Walmart? Because they're selling the same 80K tire at 80K miles for $130 compared to Walmart's $88. I asked him, how do you compete against Walmart? And he's like, I don't. Okay, thanks. So I actually touched the threads and cut my finger. These are metal. Look at that though, it's so low. I think I could still put a few more miles on it because it's not all the way through and it's not losing air like last time. Last time I let it get so bad that it was all the whole rim was thread. You know, one thing I'm noticing about these shopping districts, the big parking lots and the multiple stores, when you look on Google Maps you can't see all the stores. They don't have them marked. But when you look at Walmart's on the Google Maps, they'll have like each department marked right on that spot, that site for the Walmart. But you come to these shopping centers, you look around for what are all the businesses in it, and you don't get anything showing up on Google Maps. It's a major advantage that I think Walmart's capitalizing on, at least for a customer like me. I mean, I had to come down here to find out that a Target is actually here. I had no idea. It didn't show up on the map. Even Ross Dress for Less, I had no idea. That didn't show up on the map. It's Adams Dairy Landing, another shopping center. Oh, for commercial purposes. I'm like, what? We can't use our camera. You're gonna enforce that, huh? I found the security. Here it is, over here. Hey, look, it's a security. They might not come and patrol until the afternoon. Shopping center is like a mall. Yeah, this road seems too dangerous to bicycle on even. Luckily I can climb up hills and get a little further away from the road. They're pushing that white line too much. Counties make their own constitutions. So they advertise the Elms. So the Elms appears to be some kind of hotel, maybe? It seems likely to be a hotel of some kind. People sleep at. And there must be other recreational stuff to do here besides sleeping at the Elms. Put a lot of money into landscape for a pretty nice looking hotel from the outside. Historic hotel. Look at how the Bible applies to this local area. They're adding additions to the Bible. Right, that Elms is that way somewhere behind the trees, possibly elm trees. And then across the bridge at the 2-mile mark to check out the historic district. There's supposed to be a possible museum. It might be closed for COVID, but I'll just get a peek at it at least. It looks very curious around here. If it's built up by springs, there is no evidence of any springs, relics, or anything. The bank wants to thank the first responders. Hashtag better together. Where do you put the hashtag? Just kind of put it in Google search. And there's quite a bit of police activity. So they got a lot going on around here. More than just what the population of 9,000 or 11,000 shows. Maybe it's attracting a lot of people in from other cities for the recreation. So here's the Hall of Waters and a very nice bus station. Nice shelter of brick notifying of public rights. Oh, and a wasp. Complaints. Does not look open probably because of COVID. 10 mineral springs. Alright, so I got 3 things wrapped around my ears. My glasses, my hat, this mask. And my glasses are fogging up. See? Completely dry. Hey, where are the springs? Okay, thank you. That's fine. Okay. Museum again. This is where they came to bathe and to get electrocuted. They sat with their heads out in there and their heads out on this too. You can see the holes from there. A sauna where you keep your head out, and the temperature gauge. Nice. See, oh, a massage and bath. Oh my God, what an operation. I'm not sure. Maybe more bath. What the heck? Are these just... Yeah, these are just probably dials for display. Oh my God. This would be kind of a cool shower to have. Just get doused, get drowned. This is the Hall of Water. Yeah, the shower, the weight room, I guess. Huh.